plenty of posturing at the Internationale Waffenausstellung, known to its chums as IWA. Big shooting brands, they call them hunting brands here, want to make some noise, and small companies hope their products will be the talk of Nuremberg where the show is held. As it's a German show, the Germans take centre stage. The likes of Blaser, Mauser, Sauer are in prime locations. Sauer usually has something inventive on its stand, and this weekend is no different. Appealing to the less traditional end of the market, it is offering Pinstripe, a way of personalising your Sauer, with the only limitation being your imagination.
This is called the Sauer Garage. What does that mean? You know, the hot rod scene, United States, so people put pinstriping on their cars to do something special. And what we showed or introduced this year is something complete new. You see that here? This is handmade. The last couple of days, he was sitting here on that place and painted that on the stocks. Something totally new, and the feedback is incredibly good. But here we have the example, the Green Mamba. The price is €2,995. Not the pinstriping, the whole gun. That model is called Moulin Rouge. We talk about 3,875.
And that includes the pinstripe?
Includes the pinstripe.
From Germany to Finland, and Tikka, which is launching a new rifle onto the market.
Feedback was the main driving force. We've had the T3 since 2003, and all that time we have collected data from the customers, what they would like to have in here. One big one also was that the backward compatibility, because there is a huge amount of existing accessories. So we didn't want to change anything that would affect that backward compatibility. So that is also taken in consideration when we designed this.
The halls are roughly divided into countries. In the British Pavilion is Nitesight, where we find our night vision expert Darren Rogers, who has his eye on the new add-ons for all current Nitesight owners, and a new unit to be properly launched in a few weeks' time.
Wandering around the IWA show, and I'm in the British Pavilion and stumbled across the Nitesight and having a look at all their new launches that they're doing at the moment. They've really brought their kit into the 21st century. The new RTEC model has an inbuilt recorder. It has Wi-Fi streaming, so you can Wi-Fi straight to any mobile phone. And also, one of the key features that people used to moan about, to get the crosshairs in sharp focus, you had to take the camera module off, put your finger in and adjust it. They've now done an external focus system, so you can just look at your screen, rotate this wheel, and every time that you're looking, you've got your crosshairs absolutely pin sharp in focus. For people who already own any of the Nitesight range, they've also brought out the Nitesight R, which is a recording module. It's also got the Wi-Fi app in it, so you can buddy share to your friend who's sitting beside you. Rangefinder again is a modular system. It attaches where the recoil clamp goes. So again, anyone who owns an existing Nitesight can just buy the rangefinder module, take off your recoil clamp, install the rangefinder instead. What I really like is the scan mode. So if you're calling foxes, you set it on scan mode. As the fox comes in, you don't have to use your hand to press any buttons. It just constantly scans and tells you the distance of the fox while it's running in. So if you're zeroed in and you want to shoot the fox at 100 metres, just wait till it comes to 100 metres and you know you're spot on. All of these products are going to be launched in May of this year, so they're going to be at the Northern Shooting Show and all of the shows in the UK during the summer.
Now, of course, Darren offers some glamour to the event, but not as much as Michaela Fialova and her American buddy and US hunting TV star Larissa Switlick.
Larissa, what have you seen at this show you like?
Everything, honestly. I'm used to SHOT Show, so coming here is a real treat. It's a lot less hectic, a lot of the same brands, which I was surprised about, a lot of companies from the US, which is nice to see, but I also really enjoy seeing all the traditional hunting clothes and all the new guns, and there's a lot of different weapons that you don't see in the US that you see over here.
Not so many M16s, not so many black knobbly guns.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a different, like a really nice fancy shotguns, different traditional style of hunting over here, so that's interesting to me.
Michaela, you're doing something really specific here, aren't you? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for some sponsors who would be interested to save rhinos in Limpopo. There is a group of rangers and they need the support from every one of us they need the tactical vests and else equipment.
Now, earlier in the show, we saw Roy using the DronePro 15. Well, to tell us a bit more about the technical side, plus some new NV kit, we're with Carl from Night Vision Gear UK.
This year, brand new, the Prime DC Spotter, which we've been waiting on quite a while, because with the DronePro, a lot of people wanted a spotter that would give them good service and similar sort of field of view, but at a lower cost, of course, than buying a second drone. And this is the job. The Prime DC 7 times magnification, and it's got a built-in SD recorder and a fairly powerful IR illuminator. The finished model will have a Picatinny rail on top, so the standard XLR that comes with the drone can be used on it to extend the range out to similar ranges to the drone, but with a wider field of view. The Spectre, first shown at the British Shooting Show. This is the only one in existence at this point in time. Traditional crosshairs, which saves battery life, colour during the day and black and white at night time, has a built-in recorder, and should be around the £600 retail price mark. Picture quality is a lot better than the competition at that price. It's not a drone, but it's not meant to be. We hope to have it ready for October. This is the Drone 15. This is intended for people that want to start shooting at 300 yards, start shooting and beyond. The Drone 10, wider field of view, probably more flexible unit, more intended for general shooting, with a maximum range possibly of 380, 400 at most. This is capable of a lot more. I believe Royal Upton has one at the moment and probably won't want to give it back.
Of course, as normal, there are some lovely enigmatic films on the big screen here. You want to be taken seriously at IWA? You have to put a film on a big screen on your stand. One of the filmmakers is our old friend David Carsten Pedersen.
We're about to launch a new film. It's called Circles. It's the second installment in our Always Hunting series, where we want to make hunting movies that are a little bit different. It's quite a philosophical film. It's about hunting on the last day of the season, how the season ends, but it also starts again, how everything is more of a circle than just one single line, and that we as hunters have the opportunity to create new circles of our future.
Sounds a little bit like The Lion King.
A tad. We did consider putting the soundtrack of Circle of Life on it, but we thought that we might have some copyright issues. But deep down, we are all lions, and it does in a very strange way have lines to the Lion King in some way. But you have to see the movie, and then you can judge for yourself.
But it's very beautiful. Where did you shoot it?
We shot at the same place as we did our first movie, Heritage, in my grandfather's forest in Jutland. That is the forest that I am managing. I'm doing the game management and the forest management for my family. And it's a place that means a lot to me, and it's also a place where if you see Heritage, which was the first movie we made, you can actually see the difference in the forest. We actually record some of the same places, but it's a very different movie because the forest changes with the season. So, of course, the movie also changes.
So there it is, the trade at its best.